most?
Well, not the rain. I didn't enjoy the rain so much. It's been too long. Living in San Francisco, you don't get much rain. The pleasure, just like in training, the pleasure in races is when you make smart decisions that come off, and you something changes, and you've managed to make a correct call. And the great thing about sport is it's binary. Those decisions are the correct decision is marked 1 or 0 straight away. You've got it right or you've got it wrong, and that's. I think I've always liked that about sport. If you're going to challenge yourself to make long-term decisions, short decisions, bring teams together, with sport you get told straight away whether you've got it right or wrong, and I kind of like that.
What's the chance of you advancing tomorrow?
Minimal.
No?
Minimal, to be honest. I mean, the Argo Group Gold Cup was our first opportunity for Nathan and Iain Percy, Olympic gold medalists, fantastic young sailors in foiling boats. They've never sailed a boat that goes below 20 miles an hour, and here they were today drifting around in an IOD, which is a 70-year-old design, but they learned a heap. I mean, and for us it's still a part of the sport that's relevant. So I think the fact that we won 4 races out of our 9, to be honest, that no one had done it before, is a hell of an achievement. I was suspecting on the training day it might be a bit worse, but I think it's an important part. We'll come back, I think, to this event in the future because it's a good way just to come back, work together as a team, and remember the match racing, which this is a match race, one-on-one racing, which the America's Cup is. We might be doing it at 50 miles an hour, and these are doing it at 5, but the truth of it is some of those principles still apply, and you don't want to have weaknesses in your game.
And can you just talk about managing risk on the boat? In the business world, it's all about managing risk, especially in Argo's business. How do you manage risk? What's your, whether it's in your life or on the boat, what do you do?
Well, I think absolutely right that sport and business have so many synergies about risk, particularly sailing. Sailing is an unknown world. We're racing with wind, wave, tides that are semi-predictable, but not fully predictable. You can see what you can see in front of you, but you can't see, say, the wind that is yet to hit you off the land. You can't see the wind as well on the land as you can on the water. So you're managing an unknown world in very much the same way as business. So what do? Well, you control the controllables as much as you can. Anyone who's won an Olympic medal or is consistently winning in match racing in America will tell you the only way to do it is to make sure that you're faster. You're always better, whatever the conditions that get thrown at you, and that's absolutely what we concentrate on. Then when you're out there and you're faced with risk trade-offs all the way through the decision, but if you've managed to skew the game in your favour before you have to make that decision, you're in a much better shape, and that's probably the only way to consistently win. You can back yourself to be better than 50%, to be 60%, to be 70%, but the only way to get it in the 80s and 90s is to have done the hard work before, to have taken a little bit of that risk away.
Can you tell us a little bit about your friendship with Mark?
Yeah, I've known Mark for many years. I can't remember where I first met him, but he coming here a lot, and also through the America's Cup, where he's been a fan, and we met on a night out, funnily enough, and he's been hugely supportive of my sailing since then, and just enjoyed each other's company socially, really, rather than sailing together. But in more recent years, when we tragically lost my oldest friend, Bart, Mark also knew Andrew well from his time where we've been out at America's Cup events and had dinners together. And I think like it did for all of us, it hit Mark hard as well. He was a guy in the prime of his life, a father, a fantastically friendly guy, and I think it's moved him, just like it has the rest of us, to try and make a difference in Andrew's name, and that's the special thing at the moment. We're managing to change children's lives. I really hope we're changing their lives, but in the name of a very, very great friend of all of us.
And can you tell us how wonderful you think our hostess is?
Anna Powell, I better get this one right. No, Anna Powell is fantastic. I've actually considered her a really good friend. I met through Mark, and she's always so fantastic fun. I was saying to her earlier, I think Anna Powell is the kind of girls I get on with, who are feisty and difficult. and then I was in trouble for saying that she was feisty difficult, which I then thought was proving my point. But no, seriously, we're quite good mates, and she's done so much as well for the foundation. I know how much goes into evenings like this, and she always pulls it off, always does fantastic parties. But more than anything else, she's a mate, to be honest.
Brilliant.